This might be the worst corner of the house. So that might be the worst corner of the house for me to get any kind of connection in. But we're going to try this. Oh, that's worse. Hi, GT. So I kind of wanted to talk Halloween for a bit, and you probably, if you did not, I just did a video as Mary Sanderson in a Halloween Disney Disney reading, a story reading, Halloween Disney story, Mickey's Spooky Halloween. So I wanted to get in here and talk about the new Star Wars. Because I'm excited, you guys. They're leaking stuff left and right. So, my family, my fiance is a big Star Wars guy. If you can't guess his name already, then you guys are probably crazy. His name is Luke. Yes, I mean that. His name is Luke. And, we're talking about the new Star Wars movie, and he does not see where I'm coming from. I'm a Greek mythology buff, so I can make these correlations very easily. I'm going to adjust because there's a pillow like right behind me. So I can make these things very, very easily. Kylo Ren and Rey. He does not want this to happen, you guys. My fiance does not want it to happen, but they're totally going to be a thing. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it really hard. Kylo Ren and Rey, I think they're going to be a thing. Hi, Bax. So I was just saying how I just started talking about my theory on Kylo Ren and Rey in the new Star Wars movie, and I think it's going to be a thing because it's a thing in the book. So if you're here and you don't know what I'm talking about, Kylo Ren and Rey do appear to have feelings in the Last Jedi novel. I mean, yes, they have feelings for people, but you know what I mean. They have feelings for each other, it seems. And my fiance, Luke, does not like this fact. And it's very funny because it's very strikingly similar to the god of the underworld, Hades, and Persephone, goddess of spring in Greek mythology. And I'm going to adjust that slightly. But he does not like this fact. They probably will. I'm not going to say hook up, but I have a feeling things will develop in a more romantic avenue. I'm not going to say hook up. I don't like that word because Star Wars has never been really good for hookups. They've been good at creating relationships, as with, Han and Leia. So I would make a good wager that they become a couple. And if it's not going to be overtly obvious, I think it'll be very heavily implied. There was a trailer leak on YouTube, or at least a leak of information, where Kylo Ren calls Rey sweetheart, which is a throwback to one of the other movies. I can't remember which one offhand. And apparently, for some reason, they share a kiss on the cheek, which is really weird. Like, okay, the cheek of all things. But I also think for both of them, lack of personal skills could be related to why that might be a kiss on the cheek as opposed to a regular kiss. They both seem like they probably need experience in the dating field. What's my favorite Disney Halloween movie? Wow, Hocus Pocus, it's gotta be. I mean, I just not cosplayed, but I did a costume of Mary Sanderson. Probably one of those underrated characters. And I just read Mickey's Spooky Halloween on my channel. I just read that, and that's a fun one. We did a little Halloween collab with some other girls, which I have to look at my Instagram to find all the names. There's so many. I have to actually let them know I uploaded it. I'm just tired, so I haven't really been doing much. But yeah, Luke doesn't see it. My fiance doesn't see it. Kylo Ren and Rey have a lot of sexual tension, you guys. Like, a lot. And it's in everything from, the way the Force connects are, the way she tells him to put his shirt on when she sees him, and, he's, clearly out of the shower or getting up from bed or something, and he doesn't have a shirt on. She tells him to put his shirt on, And and just like those really awkward moments where they almost touch hands and it's weird. And I feel like it's really obvious, and I want this to happen because I feel like this will be how he comes back from the dark side, being coerced by the dark side. Maybe he will really become a child of light, and yes, Ben did kill his father, but I mean, maybe, just maybe, you can't really say who's redeemable and who's not. I mean, maybe he'll get his karma in the end, but maybe he'll still manage to kind of shape up his life. I'd like to see how it goes. So, yeah, if you can't tell, look at Greek mythology. Hades, king of the underworld, very reclusive. You rarely see him, obviously known as the king of death or known as the god of death. That's his realm is actually not a bad thing. He makes sure that nothing from the underworld gets out and comes back and really bothers us, and that the dead stay dead, essentially. But similar to Kylo Ren, he's very reclusive. He has a darker nature, and he's rarely seen. And he's very Actually, I would say the way he meets his wife is very similar because he actually kidnaps her, but she stays in the underworld with him and chooses to stay, and he treats her as equal ruler. And they're both just so socially awkward. They're such socially awkward characters that I can kind of see the correlation. And I love them both. I think that they're great characters. Rey, again, like Persephone, is very light and airy, and she is like this big child of light. She is this good force, and she's just spriteful, spirited, young, wonderful woman. And she's just this airy breath of fresh air that is so much like Persephone in Greek mythology. Um, in Greek mythology, Persephone is the goddess of spring and birth and fertility and light and growth and just nature. Spring, summer, that's her. Fall and winter, that is Hades' realm. And they are literally two sides of the same coin. They're opposites, they're light and dark. But yet they are a couple that works together, and it's a dynamic you see very frequently throughout film. It's the opposites attract kind of a thing. And fun fact here, Hades and Persephone are very loyal to each other. Persephone is the reason we have the mint plant. She turned the nymph named Mint, who tried to hit on Hades, tried to start an affair with him, into a mint plant, and so we have the mint plant, short for menthol. So there's that. So I think that there's a lot of correlation there. I think that they can definitely work. I feel like they could definitely work as a couple. I feel like they're very similar aspects, different characters, similar story, and that's just how I see it. So tell me what you guys think. This is just like the worst. I can barely see my numbers here. And thank you, Bex, for sharing. So, Halloween, unfortunately, it is a very. You can't see it there. It's just like a blinding light. Don't go towards the light! But it is rainy out. It is very rainy out today, unfortunately. And. Oh, it's Emoji Blitz telling me something. But it's very rainy out, unfortunately. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I would like to do something with the hubby. Well, not hubby yet, the fiance. And we will hopefully do something tonight. And just relax. Tomorrow, I'll be taking down my Samhain altar probably. If not, after tonight, maybe tomorrow. I do know that some things are definitely Samhain related, and they should come off the altar, like my corn dollies and just certain stones that represent the god and goddess of this time of year, and should be soon to be decorated for Yule. But I know that's getting way ahead of myself. I have all of November. I'm trying to see my number here. I have all of November, but I always think about the months in between Sabbats and equinoxes as preparation for the next. And it really should just be Honestly, it probably should just be, what's the right way to put it? Just practicing, but it's not. It's always preparation for the next one. And I just kind of wanted to reach out and see how everyone's doing. If you are pagan and you are watching, have a happy Samhain. If you don't know what it is the Witch's New Year. It is it's on the wheel of the year, and it is essentially when, best way to put it is, when the world starts to change like it is now. That's when the wheel of the year starts to turn. A new year is on the way. We are going into a new year, and yes, October 31st is Samhain as well. It's Halloween, and yes, they do fall on the same day, obviously, but there are quite a few differences. Samhain is also a time for remembering your dead, appreciating them, sharing a meal on your altar space with them, leaving out their favorite meal, leaving it as a place on your altar or your dinner table, and remembering them, putting out their photos, and recalling their memory and just letting them live on. And even it can be as small as lighting a candle and allowing the spirits to know that it's there. Like, I don't think you need to put it in a window, in my opinion. Just allowing it to be out and about is enough to let the spirit world know that you're thinking about it and that it can pass on through to the next. And that's all it is. And I think it's, for me, I'm burning my little candle right now because it is Samhain. And sometimes it can be a big practice, like an actual gathering, and sometimes it's small. Today, I don't know where it'll go today. I'm thinking about a couple things that we could do together as a couple, and maybe we'll go out for salad. I don't know. If maybe there'll be something tomorrow. Who knows? But a lot of pagans do celebrate on November 1st, sometimes even 2nd. But it does start on October 31st. It's kind of the kickoff. Hi, Kevin. So you're in here during my Samhain rant, and it's just my Witch's New Year, essentially, which is October 31st. Samhain is now, and I was just talking about the probability, the likelihood of Kylo Ren and Rey becoming a thing in the next Star Wars. Tell me how you feel about that, because I think it's likely. My fiance does not want it to happen at all. His response to it is, oh gosh, you don't even know. This is like my 4th cup of coffee today. It's like, boy, you don't even know. I love this coffee cup. Like, my fiance hates the idea that Kylo Ren and Rey are going to get together, even though it's very, very likely, according to the Last Jedi novelization. I mean, the darn plot line was passed by Lucasfilms. It's in the book. They have feelings for each other. And then in the new movie, he actually calls her sweetheart. Hello. My butthole tells me no, and yes, my mind says no. So are you talking about the coffee? Are you talking about coffee tells like no to the coffee, or no to Kylo Ren and Rey? You're gonna specify. Hello there. I guess hi Texas Writer. But yeah, no. Lucasfilms has passed the Last Jedi novelization, and apparently, according to a few YouTubers who have read passages from the book, it gets a little bit more in depth. Kylo Ren and Rey do appear to have feelings for each other, it would seem. And I would have to say that, every time they force connect, it is extremely awkward. A woman never tells a man to cover up because she doesn't like what she's seeing. It's because it's hard for her to concentrate while she's looking at it. Let's put it to you that way. So there is that. If anybody here has seen the last film, so then y'all know the scene I'm talking about. I don't think there needs to be clarification. That was an awkward scene. Even the almost hand touch, that little awkward, like holy moment. I swear it was like, it's really, really tense, you guys. I believe it's gonna happen. He calls her sweetheart in the next film and gives her a kiss on the cheek and says, I'll be back for you, sweetheart. What is up with that, you guys? Shout out to Nick Gurr. He's my best friend. Oh, nice. Well, hi, Nick. Hi, Nick Gurr. I don't know where you are and if you're here, but hello. Hi, Bible Study for Life. If you are not tolerant of people who practice witchcraft, you may be in the wrong channel. I will warn you, because there's going to be a lot of pagan talk, and no, it's not up for debate. I'm pagan. I've been pagan since I was 16, and I'm 32. So there's going to be back and forth about Samhain today. So if you are not okay with that, then I forewarn you now. In fact, I know my fair share of Christian witches, which is like an oxymoron, but still, it's whatever. I'm the only one who drinks my coffee black. Probably. So if you guys haven't, please do give this a shout out. Give it a share. I want to just see how y'all are doing today. If you guys haven't, check out I did a story reading of Mickey's Spooky Halloween on my channel on my main page as Mary Sanderson. My hair was killing me. Oh, I had to take it out. I feel like I ripped a million bobby pins out of my hair. But I was Mary Sanderson earlier today, and that was really fun. But it looked great. But it hurt. It hurt so bad. I feel like I wish I had the bowl of Cheetos and the remote control throughout the day with me. Because I feel it. I feel like every woman growing up, every woman's like, I want to be Sarah Sanderson. I want to be like, they want to be the pretty blonde bimbo. You're not the pretty blonde bimbo. You think you're Winifred. You think you're the boss bitch. You're not the boss bitch. You're Mary Sanderson. You are at home with your remote, getting cozy with a blanket, with a bowl of Cheetos. Let's be real. And you know what? Mary Sanderson lives in all of us, you guys. I feel it. But, yeah, I am side railing so hard today. And maybe it's just maybe it's just because coffee, or maybe it's because the veil between the worlds, the living and the land of the dead, is actually at its thinnest and greatest for divination, and the best time to contact your dead. Then it also could be that aura, you could say. You feel it. It's when the things are not quite dead, but they're dying. It's that time of year. It's perfect. And I know it's all wet and rainy out, but it's still a happy day. And like, I think as long as you have your coffee, some scary stories, then you're good. I will give a shout out to a couple of my absolute favorite people on YouTube, though, hands down. If you have not checked out my friend Disney Junkie Ashley, please check her out. She is amazing. She's a great YouTuber. I'm doing a box exchange with her. She's a good friend. I actually met her and we hung out for like a good week, and I think she's going to be coming to the wedding. I really hope she does. That'll be really fun. Let's see. Oh, and this is just a narration, a person who does narrations. If you're looking for something spooky to listen to this time of year, look up. Let's see. Mr. Nightmare's fun. Mr. Nightmare is really good. Let's Read is really good. And my all-time favorite, Lazy Masquerade. His voice is amazing. I have to look and see if anyone's even in here. So how are you guys doing, though, today? Tell me how you're all doing. Man, someone actually watched all my videos. I can't even believe that, Kevin. Kevin, I can't believe someone watched all my videos. It's so weird. I'm still lolling a little about Bible Study for Life. I mean, I really hope that's sarcastic. I mean, so many things are before Christ. In Greek mythology, Celtic deities, Celtic mythology, and what's to say the Bible's not another mythology, and I'm not trying to go down that hole, but it's just like a thought I'm having. Who's to say? It is so hard. I have the worst glare in here. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just come in, say hello, and just see how everything's going. Ashley's working. She always is. She just messaged me on Facebook. But I just feel like I gotta get it out there. Like, if you haven't looked it up yet, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Matt the Radar Technician. It is hilarious. It is, well, it's Kylo Ren's secret identity on Saturday Night Live, where he goes undercover on Starkiller Base as Matt the Radar Technician. And his employees know. They know real hard. They know it's hard. They know hard that it's him. But I think it's fun. And it's funny. It makes me laugh every time. So I highly recommend it. So I'm going to get going. And I'm just going to go and chill out with the rest of my coffee. I was hoping that some of you guys might be more in here, but it's okay if you're not. Y'all have a happy Halloween. Have a blessed Samhain. I love you guys. Bye.